How do we know God is there when life is crashing around us? He seems so far away. Sometimes life feels like it's collapsing. Relationships, health, finances seem to crumble before our eyes. In these moments, God invites us into His arms, a place of unshakable love and protection. He calls us there. He calls us to these moments of peace and love. So how do we know that God is there? We're going to find that out today through Bible verses.
Hi everybody, welcome in. So glad that you guys are here. Today we're going to be talking about 4 ways that we can bring God closer to us. We can feel that closeness when our world seems to be so chaotic. Our world is just falling apart, to look for God and see how He is so close to us when sometimes He feels so far away. We're going to talk about 4 ways that we can do this with the Bible verses that back them up. So let's get started. The first one is that God keeps His promises. He keeps His promises. It even says in Hebrew 13:7 that Jesus Christ is the same yesterday and today and forever. It's never changing. Our world may be changing. The seasons never change through God. Maybe your season is one of financial difficulties. Maybe your season is one of a failed relationship. Maybe that your season is one where you are just feeling so devastated right now, and you feel like, maybe you're in a very, very bad place. Well, Jesus is telling you, God is telling you that the season never changes with Him. It always stays the same. The scripture stays the same. The way He loves you stays the same. So realize that you feel like all those things are not so close to you in the world and fading away, that bring that closeness of God in, and that He is always there. How it talks about, like in Hebrews 3:15, when He says He will not leave us or forsake us in any way. He's always there with us. No matter what we're going through, it's always the same. Guided to those Bible verses to read, to help guide us along that way, to see His promises and to trust in those, to trust more in God than in the world. See, oh my goodness, my finance, I'm just crashing. Am I going to keep on trusting in that money, something of the world, or am I going to look to God to help guide me through it, to help show me that clarity? And in that way, the second thing that we're going to talk into that now is that he's keeping His promises by showing you that His love is the same in all seasons. Whatever you're going through, that love is the same. The second thing is through His peace, through all the peace that He's showing you when you are going through these things, to come from that place of peace, because sometimes it's hard. Like, oh my goodness, I'm going to lose my house. I'm going to lose my car. God still wants you to come to the places of peace. See how He can guide you through it. See how He can lift you up. See how you can bring you through it to the other side of that. To be going through that tunnel and see that light at the end as you are going through Him. Because the world will tell you that you're losing everything. But God wants you to gain and go to Him to gain everything. To gain that love. To see His peace through all those things. Because every day can be unpeaceful, guys. Something can come up that's just so devastating. But when you bring it from a peace of God, it's different. So we're going to talk about Philippians 4:7. It says, "And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and you and your minds in Jesus Christ." So He comes to you in a calm way. He's guarding your hearts. He's guarding your mind. He doesn't want you to He wants you to come to Him in that vulnerability, but don't let the emotions take you over in that circumstance. Don't let your mind take that control of that circumstance. Go to Jesus Christ. He can calm you behind any logic. You may start thinking about, like, if I do this, this, and this, and this, what can I do right now? Go to God. Have Him guide you. He already knows the steps that you need to take. He already sees where you are. He already probably knows that it was coming for you, right? Because after all, He made you. He knows the process. He knows what you're going through right now. Just come to Him. Ask Him for that help. It's not something that we can manufacture by coming to that place of logic. I'm going to do this, this, and this. Well, how can I bring God into this? How can I bring God into this and let it transform my life through that peace, through those promises that He's always come to us in? It's calm, right? It allows us to breathe, take a deep breath in, to trust to sit back for a moment and come from that place of clarity, not come from the world where they're like, you got to do this, this, and this. Oh my goodness, this is so devastating. Well, no. In God's eyes, it could be a stepping stone to something else. I believe that all your moments in life happen for a reason, even the ones that aren't favorable. Maybe you really need that job, but you didn't get it. There's a reason behind that. Maybe you're running late for the appointment and you missed the opportunity. Maybe there's a reason for that. I think all the moments in life are guided by God. And I think in seeing that peace coming, bringing that peace through all those moments, you're seeing those peace in all those moments and how God is in every one. So that clarity comes in. You focus on Christ instead of the circumstances like we talked about. Peace comes through Christ because we always say he is peace. We don't try to control. We try to read his word. We don't try to make everything fit in just perfect. We see how his word fits in. Our eyes are on him. We shift it to God. We shift it to him instead of shifting to the world around us, because we'll find that will just give us so much anxiety, so much places where we feel just so devastated. So we look to God, and it brings the panic to trust and the chaos to faith. Okay, the next one is his guidance, the way that he cares for us in the softest places. His guidance says Psalm 23:2-3. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He refreshes my soul. He guides me along the right path for his name's sake. Right. It doesn't say when you're going through something that, that you feel like so devastating, that he's not there, but he's there in that gentleness. He's making you lie down in green pastures, relaxing, gentle, calmness, peace. He leads you beside quiet waters. They're not choppy. They're not big waves. They're quiet. In the stillness, in the quietness, you'll find his voice. You'll find how close he is to you. He's not going to bring it to you in a harsh way. It's going to be in a very nice, calming, like those waters. In this way, he refreshes your soul. Your soul becomes new. You're not seeing those things as so devastating. You say, hey, it happened. Okay. I have lost my house. It happened. But what can I gain through that? What can I gain and go to that place of God and become closer to him? What can he show me through this? And then it becomes different through that place of peace. And it tells you to go through the right path. And instead of seeing that, oh my goodness, I'm going to be forever, not going to be good. My credit score is going down. Well, does God really care about your credit score? Is he going to provide for you with another place? Are you going to find lessons along the way? And are you going to find that compassion along that way through that peace, through that understanding? Okay, the next one is, we talked about, through his peace. Philippians 4:7. And the peace of God, which transcends understanding, will guard your hearts and mind. Right? We talked about that. I think that just means we brought up again because I feel like it's tying it all into peace and seeing how close he is to us. Peace and seeing that he keeps his promises. Peace and seeing how much he is going to value us at these times and how he's never going to leave us. I think, too, the last thing that I want to talk about, too, is really how we respond to God during these times. Are we saying, I can't believe this is happening to me, and just closing everything off? Are we really going to that place of love with the Lord? Are we really going to show that compassion to everything, that love through God? So it says here, Psalms 116:1-2. I love the Lord, for he heard my voice. He heard my cry for mercy, because he turned his ear to me. I will call on him as long as I live. You hear that saying? You say, oh, I'm going to put a deaf ear. Put a deaf ear. He always listens. He always listens. He's always there for us. And because we know he is always listening, we're always coming to him. So our responses to him is know that he's always listening. Not to even feel like he's so far away, to put up that separation already. And thinking he's far away, he'll never be with us. Maybe how can he be with us during this time? I've just messed up so bad. No, it's a process with God. He just wants you to love him. That's all he wants. And he wants to love you. He doesn't really care if you lost your house. He doesn't care if that relationship didn't work. I mean, he cares about it in a loving way, but it's not going to define him who you are. And remember that you don't have to push him away, that he's always close to you. Don't put him in that separation. So the Lord, he always hears my voice. He hears my cry for mercy. Please, God, give me mercy at this time. Have mercy on me. Have mercy on me during this time. I will call on him as long as I live. I won't call on other people because their understanding can only take them so far. God's understanding is vast. It's not in the world, it's of the heavens. And that's where all the blessings come from. So today, look in our hearts and transform those areas where we feel like God is so far away. And realize that he's always been with us. And those times we need him the most is the time that he carries us. We only need to go to him.